Okay, students, today our topic of pedagogy of science is Herbartian approach of lesson planning. Herbert was the person who gave us a systematic way of planning the lesson. Herbert's pedagogical method was divided into discrete steps. These were preparation, presentation, association, generalization, and application. In preparation, teacher introduce new material in relation to the student's existing knowledge or interest so as to instill an interest in the new material. The various lesson plan steps as given by Herbartian approach are there are 6 steps Herbartian has suggested. They are preparation, presentation, association and comparison, generalization, application and recapitulation. We will study them one by one in detail. First is preparation. This is the very first step of lesson planning as suggested by Herbert. It is the process of relating new material to be learned to the relative past ideas or memories in order to give the pupil a vital interest in the topic under consideration. So students, they are asked about their previous knowledge. Whatever they know about their previous experiences, teacher try to know about them and he try to intuit from them that what they already learned. For this he frame questions, he can narrate a story so that he can come to know what is present inside the minds of the student, and only then he can further elaborate his lesson. So first this is the first role of the teacher, to prepare the mind of the student so that they can learn the new material only when he knows about the original views present in the minds of the student. So this is the very first preparation step for the lesson planning. Whenever a teacher enters in the classroom, he must try to motivate the students for the new learning by knowing his previous learning. After preparing the minds of the students, when he has prepared the minds of the student for the new learning, he moves to the next step as suggested by Herbert, that is the presentation. Presentation means now this is the step when he knows that he has stuck the iron. Now he knows he is to present the material to the students, whatever he wants to make them to new to the students. Presenting new material, this is done by various means like by use of the concrete objects or the actual experiences. The teacher can elaborate the lesson. Whatever the lesson he or she is teaching today, he tries to explain it with the help of some concrete object. He gives the concrete examples, he shows the material, original material he can show, he can use the representation of the material to explain his lesson. Or he can perform the actual experiment in front of the eyes of the student so that the students they can learn in a better way. So he does each and every effort so that his presentation, teacher's presentation, it must be such that students can learn in a better way. Then we move on to the next step, that is association and comparison. So Herbert has suggested that not only that we are to present the lesson, prepare the mind of the students, but whatever they are learning, whatever they have learned and what they have learned today from the previous experience and today's experience, they must be associate the various examples with that. They must be able to whatever they have learned with the experiences of their life. So this is a way to assimilate the new ideas what they have learned today. Through assimilation of the new idea, through this can be done by comparison with the former ideas and consideration of their similarities and differences in order to implant the new idea in the mind. So students, they associate with already known knowledge or they compare whatever they know, they compare the things. They know about the combustion, they know about the breathing. Now they, by comparing, they find the difference how breathing and combustion they are different. So in this way they try to associate the thing and compare the thing. And this should be the part of the lesson planning also. Teachers should motivate them to clear their ideas, to associate the things with originally they know, and to compare the things whatever they know, or with the help of more examples he compare the things and make the things clear to the new ideas clear to the students. So after this, the step taken by the teacher, that is generalization. So generalization, as we know, it is the to conclude the things. So to give the concluding ideas. So we can say it is a procedure especially important to the instruction of adolescent and designed to develop the mind beyond the level of perception and the concrete. So a complete lesson when has been taught to the students by the teacher, so they have understand that they have seen the concrete examples, and along with the concrete examples they associate the things they from the previous experiences. They are they have been shown comparative things, so they have a perception of the ideas now. So from that, so for a complete experience has been provided to them. So from that complete experience they try to the one generalize the idea what today they have learned. So this is the fourth step, that is the generalization. Now after generalization, the law or the idea they have learned, there is another step in the lesson planning. The teacher must be made it compulsory part of the lesson planning, that is application. So application means that is to apply the knowledge whatever they have learned today. The students, they must be able to utilize it. It is application means in the utilitarian means of using the idea or generalized idea what they have learned today. So this is using acquired knowledge, not in a purely utilitarian way, but so that every learned idea becomes a part of the functional mind. So it must be set in their mind that whatever they have learned, it is not something that is have come from the other world, but it is related to their own world of which they are the part. So this step is presumed possible only if the student immediately applies a new idea, making its own. After using this, after making them to know to reuse their knowledge, these efforts are done by the teacher. Next, the teacher completes his lesson, and now times comes that the teacher must we always set the objectives for starting a function, to do a function, and it is at the last point we must able to know, we must try to know what the students have learned, whatever efforts we have done, whether the students have learned in the right way or not. So how a teacher can come to know that what the students have learned. This can be done only by following the next step, by making it a compulsory part of each and every lesson plan, that is recapitulation. In other words, recapitulation means to revise the lesson. So revise means, so teacher tries to whatever he has taught, whatever the previous idea he has related to them, teacher now tries to ascertain whether the students have understood or grasped the subject matter or not. So this is used for, this is the stanza, or this is a step used for assessing or evaluating the effectiveness of the lesson. So this recapitulation can be done in the form of multiple choice question, fill in the blanks, then match the column, so that from the answers of the student, the teacher must be able to know that for what he has achieved today, what objective she has set, and how she is able, how much she is able to achieve those objectives. This can only be known by the recapitulation step. So by following all these steps in the Herbartian approach, these are very useful. These are very helpful for a teacher when he or she is going to plan the lesson. So by adopting these Herbartian steps, the teacher must be able to systematically flow, or he is very much able to systematically done his lesson. So thank you very much.